Hello, I'm Brent Gardner, and this is the NRA-ILA Grassroots News Minute for Friday, February 27th. Here with today's first story is correspondent Krista Cupp.
Thanks, Brent. Last week, a three-judge panel of the United States 10th Circuit Court of Appeals ruled unanimously in support of an Oklahoma law. This law would allow employees to store legally owned firearms in locked private motor vehicles while parked in employer parking lots. The decision upholds NRA-backed legislation passed back in 2004. This is a victory for the millions of American workers who have been denied the right to protect themselves while commuting between their homes and their workplace, said NRA Executive Vice President Wayne LaPierre. Their effort to overturn the law was aimed at skirting the will of the American people and the intent of the legislators across this country while eviscerating right-to-carry laws. This ruling is a slap at the corporate elitists who have no regard for the constitutional right of law-abiding American workers. As you will recall, back in March 2004, the Oklahoma legislature passed an amendment holding employers criminally liable for prohibiting employees from storing their legally owned firearms in locked vehicles on company property. A number of corporations subsequently filed suit in the opposition to the new laws, alleging they were unconstitutionally vague, an unconstitutional taking of private property, and preempted by various federal statutes. The lower court ruled in their favor of an injunction. Fast forward to October 2008, Oklahoma Governor Brad Henry and Attorney General Drew Edmondson appealed the lower court decision to strike down the NRA-backed worker protection laws to the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals. This week's opinion, handed down by Circuit Judges Paul J. Kelly, Bobby R. Baldick, and Michael W. McConnell, reversed the lower court's grant of a permanent injunction to side with NRA and America's workers. Back to you, Brent.
Thanks, Krista. As we reported last week, we're still hearing many rumors and receiving many inquiries about supposed provisions in the federal economic stimulus bill that would negatively affect our Second Amendment rights. People have claimed the bill would designate interstate highways as national parks or impose ammunition encoding and new ammunition taxes. Fortunately, and contrary to what you may have heard, there are no provisions in this bill prohibiting firearms or ammunition anywhere or for anyone. The only reference in the bill to firearms is a provision authorizing funds for the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives Project Gunrunner, which is a program that enforces existing laws to reduce smuggling of firearms from the United States to Mexico. This program imposes no new restrictions on gun owners, and if it did, we can assure you that we would take swift action. Needless to say, NRA, as a single-issue organization, takes no position on the economic stimulus legislation as a whole. For more information on these stories and up-to-date legislative alerts, please visit www.nraila.org. And be sure to stay tuned next week as we recap events from CPAC, the Conservative Political Action Conference here in Washington, D.C. This event is the largest annual gathering of conservative students, lawmakers, and policymakers, and will feature NRA's Wayne LaPierre and NRA-ILA's Chris Cox, along with many other pro-gun conservatives from around the country. For more information on CPAC, please visit www.cpac.org.